Picture it. Someone is approaching the edge of a cliff. You see them going over. You scream out to them, "Wait, no, be careful!" And you're just in time. You've saved them. You've prevented a really big problem. Listen, I grew up as a Jamaican young girl, and I always heard the saying, prevention is better than cure. And with a tiny bit of research, it seems as though that may have originated with the Dutch and is also still a saying that they use all the time in the UK today. What it's always meant to me was it's easier to prevent a problem than to wait for the problem to come and then have to solve it. Just like in that example I gave, right? If you're on your way over the cliff, it is way easier to stop you from going over than to try to help you after you've already fallen over. Now, it's never too late, and there is no one size fits all. Y'all know how I roll. But it is definitely a little bit of an advantage if we can help you before you go over that cliff. Today, I want to use that analogy to help us with our self-esteem work and our self-love journey. Is there a way that we can use these tools as vitamins to prevent a problem? Or do we always have to wait until a problem occurs and then use self-love and all these tools to solve it? Let's find out in episode 38.
I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, they call me TSED. Like that. I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, they call me TSED. Like that.
All right, y'all. So I started off really dramatic in the beginning of this episode with the going over the cliff and the "no, I'll save you." I know, but I really wanted to make a point. You see, when it comes to self-love work, a lot of times parents and teachers and people in general like to wait until there's a problem and then they say, "Oh, it looks like I need self-esteem help." And that's okay because, sometimes that's just how life works. There's no judgment here and there's no one size fits all. But I love to present the idea that we could use self-esteem, self-love, and all this beautiful work as a means of prevention. We can use it to help us be confident before the problems happen. I don't have to get into a deep depression before I start learning to love myself. I don't have to manifest actual illness and disease in my body before I start to do this work. I don't have to feel so depleted and tired and just over all of this stuff in life, period, before I start to learn how to love on myself. So for me, I really think there's a big advantage to using self-love and self-care and self-esteem building tools to help us before there's a problem. And let me tell y'all, as somebody who works with kids, I say to parents all the time, bring your kid to me before there's a problem. Let's give them tools before there's a problem. Let me break it down if you're still not getting it. I want you to imagine that you're on a boat. You don't wait until you fall in the water and then you're like, oh no, you're in the water. You're gonna need a life vest. No, you put the life vest on before because you understand there could be a problem. We don't expect it. But if there is one, we want to make sure you're prepared. That's the same exact thing with self-esteem work, y'all. Self-love work, y'all. Mindset work, y'all. I want to make sure that you have the tools before you fall into the waters of low self-esteem, the waters of bullying, the waters of self-doubt and insecurity and imposter syndrome. We should have our life jackets on before. So that's how I like to refer to it. It's kind of like taking a vitamin versus taking medicine. The idea of vitamins and healthy eating and working out and exercising and having a healthy mindset and healthy thoughts is all about keeping your body, mind, and soul healthy so you don't encounter a very big major problem. And then in those cases where you do encounter a very big major problem, then you're going to need medicine to treat the problem that is already present. And there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, y'all, I'm not expecting you to be, in some level that you've never ever get an illness ever. I don't even catch a cold because I'm so amazing. No, honey. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, that'd be nice, but that's not what I'm talking about. I just want you to be well equipped for life that's coming. Let me tell y'all, honey, this life that we're living brings challenges. It makes us wonder if we're even worthy. Are we even valuable? Do we deserve good things? And if we have the tools in place to answer those questions before they come, honey, that's like a vitamin, baby. We're doing good. So that's my quick message for y'all today. Don't wait until there's a problem before you try to find the self-esteem building solution to it. And if you're already there, don't worry about it. There are solutions and you can be quite fine. And sometimes that's the journey of life, isn't it? You just got to go through something so you can get stronger. But if you're in the position to hear this message and to hear me today, you can put your life vest on before you fall in the water. Now, can you get it on when you're in the water splashing around with the waves? Yeah, probably. Is it easier to put it on before when you're dry, just chilling on the boat? Yeah, I think so. When I tell you, go on to the academy, when I tell you, come for a one-on-one coaching session, when I tell you, join my events like the Q&A conferences that I'm having and all the other events you might see me participating in, when I tell you to come to them, it doesn't mean if you have a problem, please join my event to solve it. Although that can work too. What I'm also saying is, if you don't really want a big problem, if you want to be protected before you fall in the water, come to my events. And it's not just me. There's so many wonderful people around the world working on these tools and helping to bring them to you that I don't want you to feel alone. And I don't want you to feel like I'm your only option. We learn differently. We like different things. We have different tools and different things work for different people. It's basically getting prepared for life, y'all. We don't expect anything really bad, but we're ready if it ever comes along. And you knowing how to love yourself deeply and truly, how to use the tools to navigate your mind when negativity tries to come in, how to transmute it to positive, how to transmute negativity when people are trying to put you down, how to stay up anyway, how to make sure the voice in your head is louder than the voice that other people might be trying to apply to you and tell you who you are and what you can and cannot do, how to believe in yourself, how to. It's all about making sure you know the how. So, hey, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but if I were you, I'd make sure that you get in on these tools ahead of time. So, of course, in the description, I'm going to make sure you have access to everything in my academy. I'm just going to give you the homepage and y'all can just go search around. And I'm also going to make sure you have access to whatever upcoming event I have right now. So check it out. And let me tell you something. You are worth it. You deserve it. And you don't have to wait till there's a problem to solve it. You can definitely start protecting yourself so that you're ready for whatever life brings your way. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I will see you every single Sunday right here on A Positive Mind with TSED. Ciao for now.
I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, she's TSED.